Yes, people. Back again in the bush for episode number 2. So, episode 2 was, so we have a quick recap on last episode 1.
Yeah, man.
Go from there.
We were just talking about us coming back, man. Coming back for another season. We've been away for a while, and we thought we'd come back with a bang in terms of being outside, revealing ourselves. You can see her face. You can put a name or a letter to her face, her actual face. So, yeah, talking about what we've been doing this year so far. Business not over yet. We're out here in Trini. You would have seen last episode yesterday evening. We were getting pretty torn up by mosquitoes, and I don't think it's changed. So we've brought some things out here to kind of help us a little bit, but save us. Yeah. So yeah, man. That was last episode, man.
So I'm a black man, and I think you mentioned last episode you're gonna delve in deeper.
Yeah, just into the basis of what this really is.
Yeah.
Gonna read a little excerpt as well.
So quickly again, if you didn't see episode 1, go check that. But this book came out from an empowerment men's group in one of the sessions that was done, where it was all about affirmations. And the group of participants, which were black men, got the opportunity to say their affirmations in front of the group and the others, and have that affirmed by each other. And I understand that brought to life this book, which I think I can speak for all of us. We're absolutely proud of.
More than proud of, man. And that pride comes from not only just what we do to ourselves. I know it might sound a little bit cliche, but from my parents. That proudness comes from my parents as well, and from my sibling too. The fact that they all were invested in what I had a hand in creating, it speaks volumes to me. The fact that they all have it in their homes, speaking volumes to me. And the fact that it has touched multiple people outside of the initial circle of what we have, it's touched multiple people to the point that we have parents, even mothers, buying the book for their sons. And that's paramount. And why is that? We speak on, and we've always had the mantra of being one step away from, and inversing that. One step away from negative outcomes and inversing that to make sure, or at least hope, or at least push us towards being one step away from positive outcomes and several steps away from negative. This is part of the stepping stone, man.
Yeah.
This is part of the stepping stone, and it's about self. It's about self, man. Self-value and self-understanding, and using this book as a workbook, which is what it's designed for. It's not designed for A to Z read. It's designed as a workbook. Read an affirmation, create an affirmation, understand the purpose, understand the foundation of this book, and then use it for your own purpose to help build yourself every day. Yeah, we talked about last episode, every day Black history. That includes you. If you are a Black person watching this, as we are Black men sitting here now, we are creating Black history in the moment, in the presence. Yeah, presence becomes history, right? Cool. So whatever we do now can become Black history. And if you understand the power in your own lives and in your own action and your mindset, affirmation is a key aspect of that, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. So just to go into a bit of the foundation, I just want to read an aspect of this. Does anyone else want to say anything on this before I do that?
Go ahead. No?
Yeah, go ahead. So I'm just going to read the back part. I have a stammer, but M has excellent editing. So I'm going to read the back of this book, okay? We are one step away from, and through our platforms, we plan to inverse the social paths we seem to be on, in the sense that we are one step away from desirable outcomes and several steps away from undesirable outcomes. So you see that mantra still here in our books. Here's the excerpt. I Am a Black Man and is a powerful collection of uplifting words designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and resilience in a world that often challenges the self-worth of Black men. This book serves as a vital tool for reclaiming inner strength and fostering unity. And with every tool, T will be able to tell you, it's only as good as. Yeah.
Cool. You want to, do you know what I mean? Probably that.
But I'll be podcasting. So as T would say, the tool is only as good
As the user.
Thank you very much. So use this book effectively and it will work. Each affirmation is crafted to affirm identity, encourage self-empowerment, and promote a deep sense of pride in Black heritage and culture, with a focus on building self-esteem and nurturing a mindset of success. This collection is an essential resource for those seeking to rise above social barriers and embrace their full potential. Challenging back at a world that often puts us at the top of negative and at the bottom of positive statistics. The daily practice of positive affirmations, I am a Black man and, reminds readers, sorry, I'm getting emotional, man. Wow.
Real. Because real, man. True. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I always say, it's not a gimmick.
Yeah, right. Man, you press stop what my for? What happened to you?
You want to say you want to go beat?
Man.
All that salt, man. Might be that fish. But anyway, reminds readers that they are deserving of love, respect, and greatness in every aspect of life. And finally, this book is more than just words on a page. It's a call to action for Black men to stand tall, embrace their power, lead with purpose, and be one step closer. Wow, the positive outcomes.
I'm sorry, you treated the book like that.
Yeah.
Now that's beautiful. That's
Wow.
profound.
Yeah. You understand how many times I've read that?
I think we actually have to talk about how many copies we went through.
How many versions?
How many versions
This one got a talk, man.
of beats books we expect to go through?
I'm probably the worst person to head up that type of project because I'm a perfectionist. So yeah, we had at least 12 versions, which luckily I've got the support network that I do for you guys, to be fair, like to kind of proof it, to kind of check it, to ask for additions, subtractions, you know what I mean? So it was hard work just getting it together. But to be fair, Jay created the nucleus and then I just kind of worked from there really. So I always want to give credit where credit's due. Because without Jay kind of putting it out there like the first template, I didn't have anything to work with, you know. But collating, us talking about what we want to say, our own affirmations, and kind of building it, and then thinking, how do we make it more richer? How do we kind of let people get an insight into our business? All those discussions were happening over probably a 3-4, maybe 4-month period of this constantly, and I feel sorry for the boys because like having to kind of keep getting another copy and go through it again, like it's long, you know what I mean? But it had to be done. It had to be done because no one else is going to do it, and that is the ethos of if you want to kind of get something done, and if you're kind of self-employed and got your own business, you have to realize and understand like all the luxuries that other big companies that they have all these different departments to do stuff like that. Like we are all the departments, you know what I mean?
100%.
So yeah, it's building it and getting it together. It wasn't easy because it takes a lot of time. Then you got to kind of size everything in, and then get some proofs sent to you and have a look at it physically in your hand. And I got writing, you know what I mean?
Even the front page.
Yeah,
Long versions of the front page.
yeah. This wasn't even the original front page, to be fair. And halfway, probably 70% the way through, we're like, actually, do we need to go down that route? And then we've got what we've got. So yeah, it was a mad one, but every minute spent, every minute spent from you guys is what we've got now, and to be able to say that we're authors,
Yeah.
like no one can ever take that away from us.
Yeah.
People might be like, oh, it's a what? Well, not people, myself. Like, it's not a War and Peace book. It's not like Harry Potter or anything. Like, it's a workbook. It's a life book, and that's the difference.
Indeed, 100%, man. And just to give a little bit of insight as well onto the written work. We're talking about the visuals, talking about the proofing, the spell checking. But the written work itself it's more than what you think. Yeah, it's more than what you think. We all go into our own little labs. I'm a bit of a writer, so I went to my little lab there too, and even just reading that part, which was integral to it. You know what I mean? I created that, and then we all had our own 2 cents on it, and it created what it is now. And as I said, just reading that, and even reading my own affirmation, which is inside this book as well, it speaks to everything that I do, and it's not even powerful. It's real. It's real, man. This book is real. Is all I can say. Everything that has been said and done to create this book, we encourage from this book. Don't sit on your laurels. If you have an idea, and if you have the right set of people around you that have a good foundation that you can sit at a table with and share and break bread, listen, create something that is bigger than yourself. This company, this movement that we are in, these products that we have, is bigger than us. We don't know what tomorrow brings, man. None of us do. Yeah. But what we can say is what we've tried to do. Yeah. Is bring the message to our people, man, to come together. And look what can be done, man. We are 4 people from with any variety in life could have prevented us from coming to together. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. But we managed to, from all different walks of life. And we've managed to come together and settle and talk through differences and share minds and understand that we all have a purpose here. Yeah. And by coming together with the same purposes, we understand that purpose is now bigger than us. And we have to leave something, a legacy. This is our Black history, you know, bro. Yeah. This is our Black history. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about legacy to be handed down to your children. Listen, I've got my parents are older than me, but this is a legacy to them. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
I'll never forget when, I don't think we was in a meeting and I was with my mum.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and I put her on loudspeaker and she was like, yeah, I'm proud of what you boys done. Like I'm proud of what you guys have accomplished. You set your mind to it and you're doing something positive. It wasn't for clout. It wasn't for recognition from anyone. It was, we see what is needed, and we try our best to fulfill that need. And that's making our people proud. So therefore, that's nothing but more energy for us to keep going, keep pushing, because bit by bit, day by day, every reader is going to make a difference.
Indeed. And
So, sorry, T. Just a question for you guys.
Go ahead, man.
If you didn't create this book, what would make you want to buy it? Because remember, there's so many dynamics within our community, whether it's ego, whether it's pride, whether it's not being in touch with certain emotions or expressing emotions or understanding that you need to kind of affirm yourself in this world, especially in the Western world. What would make you purchase this book? So let's say someone your age, that demographic, because we've spoken to a lot of people at the Windrush event that we spoke about last episode. Like, we had so many conversations with people, and there was a certain type of people that was interested in it or bought it, but there was a lack of, I won't say lack of, but Black men, maybe our age or older, what's going to make them pick up that book? Our peers.
I think it's just the desire to self-improve, and also the desire to feel like you are connected. What do I mean by that? When we're initially talking, just in general conversations that we used to have, it was just so inspirational to know that you're not alone in your thoughts,
Yeah.
right? And then we decided, let's do a podcast. Because we don't think we're alone.
Yeah.
All right. So even though curiosity will be the first thing that will make you pick up that book, when you read the exits, you realize, actually, this is what I've been looking for. And we've said that, especially in my own affirmation that's in the book as well. I said, I was probably doing affirmations the longest time. I just didn't know it was an affirmation.
Yeah.
So someone else could have that and think, this is what I've been looking for. It's the last piece of it.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, and that's I think why people.
And just add a bit of seasoning to what I said. The reason why I say that is because the conversation that I had personally was that a lot of people were saying, there's a lot of mums and there's a lot of sisters that were saying, I'm buying this book for my son. I'm buying this book for my brother who's going through something. Another person was like, you know what? My brother would need another person was like, my brother can deal with this. He's older, but I think he could have this. I was speaking to another person that purchased the book, and they were like, I think like a younger cousin would really benefit from this. So it was kind of like a shield. There's like people from the female perspective, they can see that this book is needed for men out there that may not be forthcoming of going, yeah, I'm going to buy a book for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm kind of saying. So what would make us buy this for ourselves without someone pushing it on us?
That's easy for me to answer because I see it as a investment. Yeah. I buy books. So the main thing I do with a book is research it. Yeah. And the number one telling factor of a book is this extract. So you're not going to go through the book and read through every page or anything like that. You want a synopsis of what is this I am about and what am I likely to get from that.
Yeah.
So what I just read out earlier, which is the back of the book, that's what I go for. You want to read the packaging. Before you make the purchase, you want to read the packaging. You're telling me what I'm going to expect from this purchase. And what I can say is that alone will more than make me buy the book. All right? That alone. And I've done that with so many different books that I have. You can always read the extract and that can draw you in, or that can say, yeah, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But that would make me buy this book. It touched me. And it's not, people can argue, it's a bias, it's your own one. Yeah. But I'm saying that's my process of buying books. Yeah. So that's what would make me buy a book.
Okay.
To buy this book for me would be I'm not a big reader. I prefer audiobooks if I do have to indulge in a book. But the workbook part of this, to me, is the main selling point. That it's not just something I pick up and read, it's something I can add to. So in a way,
Good point.
it then becomes my book.
Very good point.
Yes, we're the authors of it, but there's pages for you to be a participant in this book. So this becomes yours as well, as much as it's ours. Once you pay for it, it's yours. And you're adding to it. You're adding pages. It's not, you're adding to these affirmations. You're adding to the process. You're adding to the improvement of, as T said, like that self-improvement. You're actually taking the initiative to improve yourself.
Yeah.
And you're improving yourself alongside other people of the like mind. So for me, that would be the main driver for me to buy.
That's heavy what you said, Jay. You're essentially making so hey, man, see what I'm saying? You just don't know what you create, and when you get different perspectives on things, each person can make their own book unique to themselves.
Yeah.
Because once you write in it, there's pages for you to write your own affirmations in. Once you do that, no one else has that book. Jesus. Oh, great. You understand? Without the bond. So that's what happened, and that becomes a unique book now. No one else has that book apart from you. And what's so levels about this, is imagine if you lost your way a little bit and you came back and opened this book and saw what you wrote to yourself in the past.
Imagine if your let's say 10, 20, 30 years later.
Stop, I guess like stop.
And your child and it sees your growth and your development or what you went through.
What you went through, yeah.
That could be a hand down, you know.
Yeah.
But also, it's accountability,
It is accountability.
right? Because that's gonna keep you honest and true to your word.
I raised you. Imagine you have your mum and your dad's book.
No,
Stop it.
huh. You got chills, look.
And or you see you have grandma and granddad's book and you see their development and then you see mum,
Mum,
dad,
dad,
granddad.
Yeah.
Then you have your book attached to it.
We talk about just elevating each generation. That alone will do that. But I have to touch on something. I really have to touch on something that touched me when we were at Windrush 77. If you remember, I think Emily was there as well. Can't remember if Kay, you were in the vicinity. But this white lady came up. Yes, and said she done in foster care and she was in social care. And she was with she was helping this older black American man. And she was like, I want this book because with his condition, he was trying to get back to his roots. And she generally thought this would be the way. You know, and just hearing that. This guy man J's in his 50s, yeah, that she was discussing about.
Yeah.
And just hearing that was powerful. From a white woman who would have no idea or no connection to us or this book, but she saw the importance of it.
She openly said,
She did.
like, I don't want to, like, there's certain things that I won't know, there's certain things that I won't do, there's certain perspectives that I won't have. He's predominantly around white people, but I understand the importance that he needs to kind of connect with his blackness, his black side. So shout out to her, man. I forgot her name, apologies. But yeah, you're absolutely right too.
By the way, if you're watching this, like we said before, get in touch with us, any help we can. More than willing to do that, man. But it also made me think about a lot of single mothers that are out there who might not be of black heritage and have got black kids. There's an opportunity there, man, to get this book or even get in touch with us to discuss this because it's just as important.
And you just made me think about when we had a interview with psychologists, and when I showed him this book, Keith. That's it, Keith. Thank you very much, Keith. We can be in touch. And how he expressed this book as being paramount to the investment of black mental health was beyond a comprehension. We didn't develop this book to be that. We didn't develop this book to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's turning into something greater than what we originally planned.
Yeah.
And just sitting down and having that interview with him and him expressing the difficulty with touching or reaching black men within mental health and how this book would be a opening, a startup, a foundation to bring in that discussion to the table, and how this could be a workshop in itself. This book could be a workshop in itself.
Yeah.
So you just saying that's made me remember about that. There's multiple people from different professions, different backgrounds, different races, different nations, different genders, who are all seeing the benefit this book can bring. So, yeah, going back to things being greater than us, that's part of the aspect that we talk about. Should we conclude at this stage?
I think it would be good just to understand you guys. Obviously, this is the 4th season, but this is the 1st season where you can see us and probably feel us in a certain capacity. Yes, we've been outside for the first half of the year, but I don't know how deep it will go. But I know there's affirmations in there for all of us. But take away the book. We are all black men. and we're of an age of maturity, I would say. But what has it been like for you guys? Good, bad, different, whatever. Being a black man, for you to put time, effort into this project, which has now become something bigger than we ever imagined. And we want to kind of make sure that it's not just a little local thing, like this is for the world. That might sound cheesy, but that's the reality of what we're about anyway. We're about. I don't mind starting.
Kick it off. Kick it off.
It's been being a black man has been unprecedented in terms of what I know or what I think I know other people would have gone through. There's a certain things, and this isn't a poor me, like feel sorry for me, because I don't need to feel people to feel sorry for me, because I'm dealing with that, with affirming myself, with having people around me like-minded and stuff like that. But it's not to kind of excuse certain things that you would have heard from all of us over the years through our podcasts. That is it can be a struggle, it can be a journey. There's joys in there, but there's so much unseen, and I'm speaking directly to people that fully understand what I'm talking about. There's so much things that go on without words being said, without things being written, that we go through and that we see and we feel, that it's hard to put into words. And I guess the flip side is, if we put things into words to protect us, at least that's something that we've got. It's being a black man is more than just being a man, in my opinion. You have to be a man twice over, if not more, and still fight your way through. And that's why, if for anyone that's going through things right now, you're not alone. It's nothing's new under the sun. So we probably amongst us has experienced it, but there are ways to kind of at least keep your sanity, to at least keep your kind of level-headedness, where you don't get overly aggressive or crash out or whatever it is, because it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. It really isn't, man. And hopefully we can kind of penetrate through to the community in terms of not crossing that line, whether it's crime, knife crime, whether it's antisocial behavior. There's so much that we need to protect ourselves from, because there's an expectancy for us to do X, Y, and Z. So we can always be at that bottom rung. No more. As Kay always say, it's a new day for this black man.
I think there's a difference between being a black man and actually being a conscious black man.
Go on.
Being a conscious or responsible black man is a burden. Yeah, I won't lie. It really is, because you have to hold yourself to a standard that you haven't even seen yourself. To a standard that no one would even understand why you would do that, which can create tense situations in the house or wherever it can be amongst friends, because just didn't start somewhere. It would have been a journey. So the friends you would have had before, they may say you're different now, because all of a sudden there's a switch. That switch has been turned on, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. Now I'm very conscious. I'm well aware that my actions has got consequences for the people that are falling behind. That my actions will change the direction of the generation to come. Now that's a burden. That's a heavy, heavy burden to have. It's expensive. Very expensive on all fronts. Emotionally, not just financially, but emotionally very expensive. So that's one thing I've found to be something I've struggled with, shall we say. And also just to realize it can be a strength if you have the right people. Yeah. Because sometimes where your lower self will kick in and you have the right people will say, come on, we're on this journey together. Let's go. Let's push. Let's push forward. So you need to have that aspect as well of just not relying on yourself, but relying on a strong brotherhood around you.
100, bro.
Yeah.
And then, okay, this, I agree with both aspects. I feel that I live it. To add a little bit of a personal aspect to it, this is more internal, a internal struggle, an internal battle that being a black man can be, and this has been incorporated through historic criticisms, historic self-doubts, whether it's by myself to myself or from other people to myself, and it's just a continual aspect of there's something wrong with you or you might be doing wrong. Feels an element of, I guess it makes you defeated before you even try something. And that's our people, that's our nation. We are a defeated people, and we're trying to get out of the aspect of not trying anything because it is what it is, man. It's not is what it is. It's not is what it is. We see a problem, we develop an idea and we fix it. And I'm a battler. I'm an internal warrior. Been a physical warrior too, been in the ring and all that. But you have to fight. And that's one thing that being a black man brings, is you have to fight. Whether it's a bureaucratic fight, whether it's a legal fight, whether it's a mental fight, whether it's a fight within the home, in terms of you battling to keep your home, or even when it's for your sanity, you battling to keep your sanity, you battling to keep your job. It's a fight. And I've learned that with that fight, I will get tired. I will have to put my sword and shield down at some point. And if you're in a battle, you don't want to drop your sword and shield, do you?
Nope.
Okay, because the enemy's waiting for you. And coming back again to brotherhood. When my sword and shield drops, I'm good. I'm good. Because who's stepping in front?
You're right there.
All right, a laying down man, right? So that's what being a black man is to me, is a continual battle and having a brotherhood that's got your back. You understand?
That's metaphorical, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless it has to come to real.
Real, and that's real.
100. Yeah, I echo the sentiments of my brothers. It's funny, man. There was been periods in my life where I thought, man, I wish I was ignorant. I wish, they say ignorance is bliss. Like, how good would life be if I could wake up every morning and not think about my blackness, and not think of how my blackness affects me? Living in the UK, I couldn't ignore it. As much as I wanted to, I couldn't ignore it. Whether it's through covert racism or racism in my face, or going through school, seeing how different I was treated in certain classes, the attention I was given by teachers. I couldn't hide from it. So as much as I wanted to be ignorant to it, I just couldn't hide from it. And luckily I was raised by a mother who was quite black-centric. You know what I'm saying? She always tried to educate me. She gave me black books. If you check the podcast before, I got in trouble for bringing a book to school that talked about blackness in the royal family. I got kicked out of class for standing up for what I was taught about my blackness. Battling the lies that was taught about us in the educational system. Like, I got kicked out of class. I had to go to detention for doing that. And I thought, well, maybe it'll just be easier if I just shut my mouth. See? And I just closed my eyes. And I let them say what they want. And I let them do to me what they want. But in the end, that's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help me. It's not going to help my friends. It's not going to help my parents. It's not going to help my kids. It's not going to help my nieces, my nephews. It's not going to help my godchildren. So like you said, it's that responsibility you have to take on, for not only for you, but for everybody around you, everybody who's in your circle, anybody who's in your orbit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what being a black man is. That's what being a conscious black man is. It's not just your fight, it's everybody's fight. And you're fighting for everybody. You're fighting for those who don't even care about being black. Yeah. So, God, sometimes that's a bitter pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? That's a bitter pill to swallow, man. But at the end of the day, we get up, and every day we won't be at 100%. Sometimes I might only have 20, K might only have 30, T might have 30. Well, we come together, we make the 100% because we know. You know what's funny, yeah? I was thinking about this. For the last 5 years, or since we started this podcast, there hasn't been one day where we haven't spoken.
Yep, that's true.
There hasn't been one day that we have not spoken to each other. And it's some sort of build. It might be the tiniest build and a whole lot of dirt, but every day it's been a build of some sort.
Yep,
And that's what being a black, every day you have to show up.
every day.
Every day.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, people always
5 years straight.
5 years straight. Every day.
Every single day.
and it's documented as well.
Yeah. We know you don't.
Idiot. That's for another podcast. Actually, I think I'm making a podcast. Wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And people like when people go, "Oh, have you spoken to?" I was like, "I speak to you like every day." Like, what? Every day?
Every day.
Yeah, they don't believe me. They don't believe me. I think, you need that. I'm sure there's people out there that have the same thing. And if you've got it, obviously don't lose it, man.
Yeah,
cherish that.
We see the value in that. And I think just to kind of ground up what everyone said, obviously what I've said, finding it doesn't happen overnight, by the way. Like for me, and I'm sure you guys have different times, but I don't think I became a man until probably just before I hit 30. And that was like 6-7 years ago in terms of that era. And it's about finding your voice in certain aspects, finding your voice. And I think one of our missions is to kind of teach maybe the younger generation how to find their voice maybe quicker than what we would have did, to protect yourself and to kind of navigate through certain things that we went through, because that's what it's about, right? It's about kind of the next generation not having to kind of go through or suffer the same way we did, or that our parents did, or our grandparents did. But with regards to the voice, we'll talk about that in the next episode. So thank you again.
I'm a black man and out now.
Out now. We're going to get some remedies for these bites.
Yeah, but we need
I'm not even sure these are mosquitoes anymore. Like, seriously, G. Like.
But maybe what we'll do, we'll see you in the sunshine. This is to really kind of show the beautiful lands that we call Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I mean? So yeah, peace, love,
And prosperity.
Bless up.
Sunshine, life of sense.
One time,